So I thought I'd make a video on the $5,000 a month, or you could even say 10,000 Australian dollar a month. Uh, Let me just grab a seat quickly. So last year around this time, November 2024, I came out with a video, the $1,000 a month, and I set a goal for myself was wherein I'll make multiple $1,000 deals in a month, and I failed. I couldn't do it, and I did it lately. I did it in October end, so it was a deal for November, and now November's come to an end. We've delivered on majority of it, like 80% of the deal. We're still we got a bit delayed due to Black Friday, and I'm going out tomorrow, so yeah, me and my lead animator won't be around, but yeah, it was a quite multi-$1,000 deal, and I'm gonna renew it when I come back. And yeah, I think there are some core fundamentals I'd like to go down through this video. But it's funny how even last time I was going out of town, I was going to Isha Yoga Center while I made that $1,000 video. This time I am again going there for volunteering at a program and then staying as well. I booked a room. It's great, right? Nature and stuff, and you have all these tools and technologies and traditional stuff that's in the modern sense. Regardless, this video is about making money. So how do we make monies, right? So most of these um, modern Gen Z, X, millennials, like somewhere around the 2000s to 2003s, well, even not even 2003s, I'll range back from 2000s to 1995s or 1990s. I have many people who have left their jobs, and I always preach never doing a job, but I do a job now as well. Like it's consulting. Like even if you look at the paperwork, it is consultant. So yeah, I just figured that it's not yet a job, but it is kind of a job with my business on the side, which is actually making more money than the job. But yeah, this is totally not about me. It's about the concept, right? It's about how do you make multi-$1,000 while sitting in your beautiful house. Even if it's a remote job, it's good. But how do you position it as a consultant role, freelance? I don't like to talk about it. I like to talk about my business because I built that from scratch. I like getting clients on the internet, working with them, very autonomous. Um, so yeah, it's for me the skill that we use here is video editing, but not so video editing. It's like how Nawal said, right? The best thing you can do is productize yourself. So it could be anything. I don't even sell it as video editing. I sell it as the automated content distribution system. Like now I call it the um, chart animation system, wherein I create finance charts. You can go to finematic.com, FINIMATIC.com. That's basically the product. And I have two Australian clients put in a good amount of cash doing that, and I want to scale up. So I made a video for cold emails, so like making a crore with cold emails. Like that's what I want to do. It's setting all up now. I need to send some. The website is a part of the funnel. The lead lists are in place. I mean, I'm structuring it a bit more. I think I'm gonna just send it raw to my leads guy because the thing is, I'm going out, and if I don't send anything, it's like, Aiden, why you idiot? So yeah, I think I'll do that. I'll send him the list, and we'll get that running at least on one email for the next week while I'm out. It's just putting reps in. But this is what you do with anything, right? If you saw my website, like even if you don't see it, you'll understand that to productize yourself, you're basically taking out the concept of the skill and connecting it to a new motive or a new layer that is an outcome. So in my case, the chart animation system creates more engagement, creates an additional $50,000 a month for certain business owners who have these kind of channels, who make raw videos, market analysis videos. It could be different for you, right? It could be like I came across another productization is like um so there are these South African Star Plus channels, okay? I want to do this. It's like they just put a voiceover of a English dub on these Indian serials and people watch it in South Africa. Now my game here is it would be like instead of that dubbing as a service, I would call it automate or just automate lip sync and give it a very producty look, right? Like it's a software, not like it's a person doing things. Of course, when you talk, you can be like, hey, my team needs to do this, that. That's intricate details. But on the first glance, it should look like a product so that they know they can buy from you and they can keep buying from you, right? It's a software as a service, it's SaaS, quote unquote. And there's always technology you can add in layers. Um, One of the biggest limiting beliefs I had to break though for reaching a multi-thousand-dollar a month is um, not doing the work. Like you need to disconnect the skill. So once you disconnect your product from the skill, you realize, hey, animating, editing, lip sync, graphic design, website design, these all things were never the thing if you are on the path to some doing something great, you know, the core thing. Like you can of course there are many people doing it, they can do it, but I think a certain ease comes in when you want to aggressively hire people at a really good price. You will price your own product at a good price so that hey, this part of the thing, that is the animators, they are budgeted well for at very premium pricing. So it's easier to hire people. Still, I'm not great at it. Like I don't find people, but yeah, I have enough people. I know I can manage over the next few months to do something great. So so let's articulate this better. So the first thing you do is you productize. So now my sister also wants to do something on the internet. So her productization would be around getting more organic reach, managing your social accounts so that you can add in more revenue, so that you don't waste 2 to 3 hours on a day, basic stuff, right? And you have more positive outcomes. That's more money, more views, more this, more that, and you don't waste your time. So these are the outcomes. You package it around that. Done. So I'll give her email copy. I'll give her a lead list, and she just needs to send those emails. Now, on the contrary, she's going to deliver on the skill because it's day one, right? That's freelancing, quote unquote. Again, it's freelancing. Like even I, in my business, even though I don't position as the skill guy, I don't position as the professional, I still do stuff. I still want to pull off some edit, still want to run some AI models. You do whatever you can to optimize, and that's just productization. You will figure it out on the way. I don't like to promote too much of too much of skillful thinking. I like to have a bird's eye glance. So you do that very easy. Mostly it be editing for people. If it's not editing, it's going to be like something around code. Right now I do a lot of vibe code, a lot of agentic code, a lot of backend code. I was always good at backend. I used to use Stack Overflow. Now we just use agentic tools, so it's like 10x engineer. Right? I just deployed one of my apps last week in the office, and we have 100 live users. So great leverage stuff. The second thing you have to do is get eyeballs, and the biggest thing I realized is writing. Whatever money I've made, consciously or unconsciously, is the outcome of writing. As a dropout, um, a person with no followers per se. I don't have a lot of followers. The one thing you can do is write, and that's why I bring in cold emails. Right now, I'm also trying to get more sources. So I've written some LinkedIn posts. I've made a Substack. I make some videos, but I've not written this. I'm like doing it impromptu. But sometimes I do written posts. So you see, Men's Biology, one of my best pieces of content that I wrote and I use, and it's funneled me. Like that's brahmacharya basically. It's systemized for the modern realm. If you learn that, you can go later to that. If you're a man and you want to really tune your sexual energies to be prime focus towards making whatever you want in life, like successfully. Because if you're draining energy from down, it's not going up, it's not going towards the grander vision where you want it to go. So I mean, it's fine, people do it. Like you can have ill-minded people still be successful, but why risk it when you can put all your energy into success? So later you can check Men's Bio. That's also an outcome of writing. I know I go into many different plots, but just bear with me. Yeah, so write cold emails. Any money in my entire career has been made by cold emails. Like I have just opened my email account, my Gmail, and sent emails to people and made more than around 30 lakh rupees this time in my life. It's all an outcome of emails. Of course, there's referral, of course, there's stuff, but I think majority of it has come out through emails. Like and last year I came across a system that's instantly. So that's what I do now. Like you get a sometimes that you get someone to manage that instantly for you. You get a good source of leads. Now I have AI, so I'm very good at scraping leads. And yeah, you put it all together and you keep sending a consistent amount of well written text. In the modern era, the leverage is you can talk, the talk gets converted into text. And that's how I prompt engineer while I develop software. That's how I send emails. And you can always edit the output of that because it's not up to the mark. The LLM's ChatGPT doesn't sometimes give you good text, but just edit it when you get it out and make it in a way that, you know, is convincing enough to someone else to get interested in you and talk to you and see your potential value. And the more you do that, the more reps you put in, and at a point someone will want to pay you. And you just need one person. You just need one person to pay you $500 if you're in Mumbai. Like that's the average, I think. Like 5 9 45. So around 45,000 a month, and you're done with your job. You don't need to work a job no more. I work a job. I work a consultant role. Okay, I like to bring this up, but I'm different. Like I'm doing something really different. It's paying a decent $1,000, so it's okay, and it's remote, and I get to learn. Like I've learned a lot in my job. So the reason I do my job is because I like it, and it's I get to learn. Probably I may have to evolve later, change the way things happen, make my own routine or pivot. But right now it's working, and we'll see how it goes. I've learned a lot. I keep learning a lot, and I need it because the AI bill gets too high otherwise to pay from my own pocket to learn and experiment. So but in the modern realm, I think no one likes their jobs. Like my sister hates her job. I have a cousin who hates his job. Everyone and anyone hate 90%, 99% hate their jobs. Very few people like their jobs. Very few people learn at their jobs. All they're doing is grunt repetitive work that in a year max or 5 years max, AI is going to take over. So if you want to be a bulletproof system, you take your notice period and start building your own thing by productizing, getting something you can sell. Maybe it's what you do at your job. Yeah, just chat GPT. Like put this transcript of this video in chat GPT. Go to YouTube to transcript, get a transcript of this video, or just see some transcript tool, get my voice, and these two steps. So first is productize what I do at my office. Take this prompt and give it a description of whatever you do in your office, or if you know what you want to do. I think best is to just stick with what you do at your office because you have reps for that, right? Don't do something new. Don't say I'll give massages. I don't know, like build a startup. Like those are very different than what you already have reps in for. Like because I stuck with the chart animations thing because I have reps in the editing game, right? I've done more than 150 million views as a solo freelancer, just clipping shots. So it really helps to tune into all these things. And I have past clients, who are basically being upsold onto the new product. So it's easier for me. But when you're starting afresh, it's gonna be tough. And the only way you bring in reps is by kind of lapating it, by twisting it into the favor of the new product you build. And then you sell that. And you do that by writing really good emails. You can write on Twitter, Instagram, LinkedIn, Substack. I've never made all of like these things. I've never made money through that. I've only made money through emails. So preach emails, keep sending emails every day. In the span of 1 or 2 months, someone will reply, sell them for $500, and send only foreign clients. Like India pays very less. Like you have to be the blessed one to get an Indian person to pay you well because they're like stuck on their last time all the time, and they'll delay payments. But with foreign clients, you take payment first. You say, hey, this is the budget. I'll take the payment here. They'll pay you, and then you begin the project. Worst case scenario, half payment in the start, half payment in the end. That's it. And from there, you just keep going on and on. So there you have $500. Now the next step of this video is how do you take it to multi-$1,000 deals. So if you're making $500, you take two clients, you make $1,000. I know I'm saying very smaller numbers so that it's easier for you to perceive. I would never start with anything lesser than $1,000 if it's a foreign client a month. So do that. One client, $1,000, amazing. And then from there, now to get to a multi-$1,000 deal is see how you can delegate your product deliverables, whatever is difficult. How can you get someone like a freelancer or someone external who you pay like 5,000, 10,000, 20,000 a month? That's like if you're getting a lakh, that's 20% of expense. 5 to 20% of expense is very good for a business. Then you start focusing on the business. You make a website, you get case studies, you see, try to fine tune for outcomes. You keep educating. You're constantly watching YouTube because you want the deliverable to be valuable. You want to make sure that what you are giving your client is creating results for them so that they can give you referrals, and you can take those deliverables, whatever millions of views or business or efficiency you've provided them, you take that and make it into a case study that you can further give into the um, your website or your YouTube or your writing. The best thing is writing because YouTube is really difficult sometimes to record. You get perfection syndrome like I did last year. Hence my content cadence dropped. But yeah, I'm just recording now because I just wrote in my book, and it's 1 year anniversary, and we have multi-$1,000 deal. But um, yeah, you scale up from there, and now you can afford to hire someone to also manage your emails, and tada tada tada, in the span of 2 months, 3 months, you will have one more client, and you don't sell them for the same amount, you sell them for 2x. It's all about finding the best clients and selling them the best prices. You will change your perception when you realize that you it's not about what you sell, it's about also who you sell to. If you have a productized service and you sell it to Bill Gates versus you sell it to an Indian client, you will know there's a big difference. You can sell that to Bill Gates for $100,000 a year, but you can't sell it to your Indian client for $100,000 a year. You can sell it for maybe max to max 5 lakhs a year, and it's going to be grunt work. So that's the thing. You get great clients, and then you just invoice for that 5,000 or 10,000, and that's how you scale to 100,000. And now, like I did last year, was setting a big goal for myself. Last year I set a multi-thousand-dollar deal by the end of the year, because you want to boost into 2026 with a big deal. I'd say I want my $20,000 month by 2026, which is having a very big goal again, because like if you see I made 1,000 and I 5x that, I said multi-thousand, so let's say around 5,000. If I wanted to make 5,000 last year when I was making around 1,000 a month, but I was making a bit more, it was quite unstable by that time. Now it's quite stable. So if I make around, let's say, six right now, 6,000 a month. So if I say 5x, that's 30, which is really high. I'd say I want to make 20 by the end of the year. I'll be a bit gracious, but at the same time, I'll have a goal. So the goal for the end of this video is I want to make a $30,000 month by 2026 start. It's a very, very lofty goal. I know it's possible. The emails are going to go out. The product is ready. The people who deliver will be ready. I'm just the blessed one when it comes to sales. Like, people just love to pay me when they talk to me. So yeah, I think that's it for this one. Very simple step summarizing again. Productize your offering, your jo bhi kaam you do, whatever work you do, make a product of it. Like, perceive it as a product. Just tell ChatGPT to do it if your brain is not able to tie itself around this concept. Number two is writing. You will write about your stuff. You can also message people in your warm connections. It could be past employees, it could be um, friends, family, connections on LinkedIn, whoever it is. Just see that you're getting your word in front of people, that hey, I do this, you want it. You may do it for free also. Just get the outcomes so that you can already move to step three and have some case study deliverables. And the third step, final thing, is uh, scaling up. Like, whatever cold emails you do, whatever content pieces you write, you see how you can delegate the maximum of it for max leverage. And that's it for this video. I will post this now. I think I'll just edit the start with that starting section of last year's video. That's it for today. Peace out. Subscribe, like, if you like such pieces of content wherein we talk about business, spirituality, physicality, how to. I think money is the core of this channel right now. Like, we just want to make more money and live a really fulfilling life. Like, we don't want to do things that we don't want to do. We want to do things that feel like play, but they're not work. Like, it looks like work to others, but to us inherently it's play. So that's it, guys. Peace out. Love you. Bye bye.